like even Treant Protector hiding in the trees. I think this is a top tier Slardar pick. Yeah, you mentioned that at least to me, you said like, well, they don't have any tower damage on side of Enigma.SEA. They don't until Medusa comes online, so they need to play with the catapults. I want to see like how active they're gonna play on a mid lane. 5 minutes in, you mentioned last time around that they do rotate like with 3 people 4 minutes in instead of rotating with like 5:30 to play with the catapult. So I want to see how they approach this one.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely could do that again this game, right? They have the Ember Spirit in the mid lane, so they have an easy hero to rotate around if they want to bring the Grim or the Bane. So for sure, yeah, could definitely see those early aggressive moves. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how these plays end up also happening, because if you look at the, if I'm not mistaken, at least looking at the heroes, it's Echo mid on the Sand King, it's an AM off lane, and it's a TA safe lane.
Yeah, I like that a lot. This is something that Enigma Galaxy, the original team, did when they played during the Galaxy Battle tournament. It was actually Mind Control who played the Anti-Mage on the offlane against the Medusa, because Anti-Mage was countered, and they wanted to have like range hero against the Slardar. I mean, she's like half range hero until she gets some more points in the side blades. So Mirana, Anti-Mage on the offlane, not the strongest lane. Like, I think Zeal is gonna have a bit of a hard time here. Also, Mirana doesn't provide you with much, playing into 2 range heroes. Medusa is gonna farm here.
Oh no!
He missed
the arrow on the. They denied it. He was so late to arrow it. I mean, that's why you just arrow it immediately, like I do when I grief your lane.
I've been experienced. It's like, okay, this has to be done, you know. And I'm not gonna say anything. You did it like 400 times already with the Mirana.
I can actually
explain. Okay, sure.
I will
explain it. You explain it to me. You explained it to me, but explain it to the viewers. I'll explain it from my point of view.
Every single time. I do it most of the times when I either see you use your nuke early, or when I see you with a hero that can't nuke and secure range. But I still sometimes take it anyway.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I know it's good. It's just because me and Fog, we do play almost every single day together, and we both love to play position 4. He gets to play position 4 because he's playing from NA with the ping, so I'm like, okay, you can play it, and then I just play different heroes. You know, I'm a big brother in this one. I'm just like
Shiro. The tower. This is a nice play here from Jokem. He actually pulled the lane back.
This is gonna connect.
Mel though.
Oh, Mel, do they have a sentry? There's gonna be another bash, has a fairy fire to work with, but yeah, that's gonna be the first blood. This is why we said, you know, this is gonna be, you know, half melee, half range hero. And also Yokam, he did pull the creep wave behind tier 1 and tier 2 tower, which kind of messed up the creep equilibrium for EHOME. And to go back to the point, you know, about you playing the position 4 and everything, he does, like, he always steals my creeps. That's the point. He's, like, always there being super greedy, but I do forget about it after I get mad.
You just have to, you know.
I just have to deal with that. I know, I'm also a greedy player. But yeah, in your dream, 13 CS, Anti-Mage 11 CS, so not so bad. I think he decided to go for Ring of Health as the first item, just like rush it. Can we click?
I think that's the build. You want to get
that's the build.
You're playing versus double ranged as well, too, so the Vanguard's going to be even better. Get this like really fast block coming out, too. Yeah, IM's going to be able to hold his ground decently. We see the mid matchup, it's going pretty much dead even, this Sand King versus Ember matchup. Pretty cool. Sometimes you see the Sand Kings actually pull ahead versus most melee heroes because of that caustic and with Sandstorm how strong it is, but Flame Guard I think actually gives the Ember a pretty good chance of just standing inside of it most of the times. And he has a sentry now too, which is definitely helping.
Echo's still gonna get this full creep wave, and we can see rotation
already. Earlier than the 4 minutes even. This is 3:30.
I guess he just wanted to grab a kill.
Yeah, that was
okay. He's gonna pick up the bounty rune, so some value coming on from this rotation. He was thinking about, you know, whether Ember Spirit wants to pick it up or not. Slardar on the top lane, having a good time. Bracer, Ring of Protection, a bit of extra regen. He knows that most damage is gonna be physical. Also playing into Treant Protector that does have 100 damage level 1. I like to round up the numbers. Probably is 90, but
yep. But what I like is like the
yeah,
I mean, you're close enough. I like what Jokum's doing though, because I think he recognizes this is like a tree TA lane. Like, if your Slardar dies, I mean, he deserved it, right? Like, you should not die in this lane as a Slardar. So Jokum, I feel like he's able to do more when he's just moving around. That's why I feel like he went for the boots as well, after being able to pull wave more successfully because of boots too. Now he's able to move lanes. So yeah,
I like boots. I like boots quite a lot because he can stay away from Train Protector. Like, there's no way that he's gonna die. All he needs is to just outrun them and he's gonna be okay. And also to be able to close the gap a little bit more, play aggressive with the Slardar. Sanking 38 CS and the Ember 33. We can see bottom lane where Zeal is trying to play a bit more aggressive and burn mana on Medusa, but she's relatively high in terms of mana right now.
Echo was threatening. He wanted to try. He's got his sentry down. He got rid of the sentry from Alacrity. He's pump faking the Echo versus Alacrity. Look at him.
Well, that's not fake, but he's actually going for it.
Who's baiting who? It's so close. Alacrity, Planet's chasing him. Does he have another leap? He does. He'll be able to get the connection. And Echo's play actually works with the Epi.
Yeah, I can't believe that worked. I mean, Ember Spirit was still level 5. So he wanted to go for that kind of a play. Mid lane, pretty standard stuff for Sanking in terms of item build. I see Blink Dagger being queued up. So wants to become a bit more active. It's an extremely greedy lineup.
He has to go Blink.
EHOME. Yeah, he definitely has to go for it. I don't think he...
If I saw bots
get bots, I'm like, okay,
I was
that's
gonna be
griefing.
I was gonna be like, this in this type of game, like, to explain it also for others, like, he has an AM in the off lane and he has a TA safe lane. And he has to be the super active. He has the Mirana as well on his team, so he wants to be with the Mirana in most situations to move and set up these plays, but... Okay, let's see. And yeah, this play, I think this was huge. I think Shiro made a big mistake stepping up under the tower. Like, those are always the ones where it's like, you know, you're playing with versus such a long lane, and you're playing versus really good chase heroes. So, yeah, have to be a bit more careful when you're playing something like TA, very slow. Yeah, great play from Jokum and Mizu, because now we're watching a mid. I mean, it's a bait, right? Alacrity just thought he could bait him in with Jokum's help, but yeah.
Mirana came in and a couple of leap charges did finish off the job. Sanking is a relatively tanky hero, so can sustain some damage. Anti-Mage did finish off the Vanguard, so gonna be pretty unkillable, I would say, for the next couple of minutes. Going into full Corrosion, Boots of Speed. I think in this game, if he's playing the offlane AM, what Mind Control did is he went for Diffusal Blade, if I remember correctly. It was like Diffusal Blade Manta style, and then still played for this like carry type of a game, because they did have Gyrocopter safe lane, and he did go for, if you remember it, like he went for Hex and just different item. I think he also went for the Diffusal Blade because they were playing into Medusa. We see Echo farming up the Ancient stack, and
didn't finish the big creeps though. He did use Epi as well, so they won't have Epi for the fight, and that's a lot of their damage early, gotta be honest. And we'll see top. That kill that we did miss, Shiro. Of course, the sentry plays from Jokum and Mizu. And Echo, he's going back in to finish it off. Looks like he got the majority, and he's even
gonna get the kill. Ooh. He's gonna die, but still, he got some value from it. Planet.
Nice finish with the arrow.
No remnants besides that last one. I mean, it's Train Protector, that he can't do much. Arrow is on cooldown, so a bit of a tough one to get. They were thinking about it. Yeah, but as you said, nice play from Mirana there. Using Arrow, it was mostly like, okay, I'll scout it out, probably went that way, and I will use Starstorm just to get the kill off.
Yep, very nicely done. Shiro. So the one thing is too is like now it's the TA. He's not gonna have those ancient stacks as we saw the Sanking, but I think Sanking's that's the only one he's gonna take. All the rest of the stacks, they're all completely given to TA. And Sanking, I believe Echo is pretty close to Blink. So we're gonna see him be super active around the map, playing and make space for that TA and anti-mage. But I think we'll see Zeal also be a bit more active. I feel like this AM might actually look to get a bit more.
Yeah, for sure. Because just to go in and try to soak up some damage, Vanguard makes him tanky, 1 point in counterspell as well. Yeah. Relatively hard to kill. Also a bit disappointed that Echo is not going for the Echo Saber build. Or playing Shaker. Anything that rhymes with the name. They do have vision on Shiro.
Jiro, he is not going to get help. He is very dead.
I think it's time to bail. He stood in this lane for way too long, already died twice, but in terms of net worth, he's still doing the pretty good job. Same amount of farm as Medusa. This one death is costly. Also overextended a little bit, as you said, near the tower, but those 2 deaths are not as costly, because right now you have more levels, which means more time you're going to be spending out dead. It's time to hit the triangle.
I'm kind of shocked that he's even still playing at. I gotta be honest, like he has Treant Protector, and looking at their heroes, right, they can't push that hard. The stun connection, oh, it's the Ember. This is an easy one. Stun arrow, quick and easy. Echo already getting very aggressive.
Yeah, I get your point. You have probably the best hero in the game to defend the tier 1 tower with, and there's no tower damage. Like Ember Spirit, any of the heroes don't actually pressure the tower. They need to play with the catapults. So Treant Protector standing there. Oh, another good
one.
Burrow strike. This is what they need to do. Just play with Sanking Morana, as you mentioned, and try to go for the pickoffs. Anti-mage, like in terms of network lead, EHOME is ahead. And yeah, this is the build. Zeal, Power Treads, and I see Diffusal Blade. I'm a big fan of it. Just have extra mana burn on not just Medusa, but also having like you burn more mana more quickly, which means that you have this like free Scotty, because right now your mana burn does slow when they have 0 mana.
Yeah, and you are playing versus 2 int supports as well, too, so I think it's even more beneficial, because you might just actually be able to zone out the both of them in some of the situations once you get the Fusel. Yeah, I think it's really strong. And he can go a little greedier, like we said, because he has this Sanking that's doing all the movements around the map, so yeah, I like it quite a lot. As we do see, Gamers.SEA, they're grouped up as well. They're 2 supports plus their mid.
This is
around Mizu.
kind of the same thing that they did in the previous game. Like their first 2 smokes were not as successful, and
nice reflect.
You reflected it. That's pretty big.
Baller.
Arrow did connect. Oh man,
4-man
Treant Protector ulti. This is gonna be a disaster for NGX.SEA. There is a grip, 2-man grip. But yeah, there's just not enough follow-up damage. And the Treant Protector, he's chasing Alacrity, has 1 Remnant to work with, will need to pop it on the right side just to be able to survive. Echo is still chasing him with the Tumbler, so he's gonna find him.
He's gonna get him too. Wow. What a play from EHOME. I mean, this is Gamers.SEA. Same thing as last game. It's them looking to pick a fight and just get completely outplayed in the actual team fight. Like Zeal, super quick fingers, reflects. I mean, this is small, but reflects the Amplify so that they take more damage on the Slardar. 4-man Root, perfect connection pretty much from every spell. Yeah,
a bit surprised. Like, these type of ganks should not happen. Like, they need to be synced up a little bit more, because Mizu, he needed like 100 gold to finish off the Blink Dagger, and then he can Blink Stun AM, use ulti, and they delete him. But he is tanky. Like, they had no stuns left whatsoever to cancel the grip, but the damage was already done. No Slardar, no Grimstroke. Alacrity also dropped very low, and we can see Echo Tumbler Stoy. He knows something is up, cuts down the tree, and actually finds him. That was pretty big. This is it's a game-winning move.
Too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's everything is perfect for them. They're getting, not only are they getting, sorry, I think I just maybe messed up my microphone. Something just unplugged. My bad.
No, I can still hear you. It's all good.
You're good. Okay. Yeah, like it's the, I call it like, this is like a triple benefit, right? It's like they're pressuring bottom, they win the team fight, they get the tower, and they get the TA free farming. So it's like this massive play. It's like on Gamers.SEA, they at least still have the deuce of farming, but yeah, huge blunders for them. As now the greedy draft, the AMTA draft, is now a 4K lead already.
And Sanking does have Boots of Travel as well, so he can be anywhere on the map. We can see the problem with NGX.SEA's draft. Like, they can't go for the towers. They can't kill towers. They're also playing into Treant Protector, which makes it even more difficult.
Yeah, that was my biggest concern when I saw their draft. When I saw the tree picked up, like right when he like went to him and he's like, yeah, they're gonna have tough, like some trouble pushing. And then how they rounded out their draft, it still doesn't fix that issue. So I think that's why we see EHOME. Yeah, they just raised the bar of greed. They're like, okay, well, you can't even take early like tier 1s, tier 2s. Imagine breaking high ground in later instances. Now we're gonna have this AM versus Dusa matchup later. You're gonna be fine.
does scale. Sanking is an insanely good late game hero. He's not, you know, Sanking 5 years ago that does absolutely nothing with the introduction of the talents. His talents are like he has one of the best level 25 talents in the game. It did get nerfed. It's not 40% anymore. It's 35. It's still super strong. It's annoying to play into. Like you're thinking about, oh well, we'll have, I don't know, we'll have Manta style, DKB, whatever. We'll stay out of it. He's gonna get on top of you eventually. And is Planet going for the new item again? Because he bought only Earn and is going for Vlad's. Okay, this might become a meta, huh? I can hear you. It's all good. Don't worry.
Visibility.
Also, EHOME just seems to be staying one step ahead in terms of decision making, not just in this game, but the whole series so far, where they like, oh, we got you with this slaughter last pick, and then they make an adjustment. So nicely done, and also having a really good read what NGX.SEA wants to do. Sanking is gonna jump, but the nice blank out. Also, stealing Aegis from Slaughter lineup is going to be pretty big. Oh, then here we go. Finally, a good jump coming out from Mizu, but the Sanking with the two-man Burrow Strike didn't save Anti-Mage, but they're still going to go for it. Shiro still dishing out some serious amount of damage. It was a trap kill, yeah. It was. Oh,
double damage.
Yeah, it was a problem. Like they diving the tower. This is the problem. Like I don't mind them having this kind of a fight if there's no tier 1 tower, like the damage gets amplified if they pop a sentry, whatever. Like you're playing into Treant Protector that's gonna pop an ulti, and just like it's very hard for them to chew through the refraction as well. They did kill this anti-mage, which is a core, but it's an offlane AM, and look at them sitting inside this sandstorm. It's just gonna destroy them. ZZQ comes in, uses the ulti, and yeah, they clean up with the traps. So pretty good overall outcome for EHOME. Diffusal Blade about to be done on Anti-Mage, so he can go for like solo pickoffs. He can jump into backlines, delete one of these two supports, because they can't use abilities on him because of the counterspell.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna be solo casting. There's some problem with the microphone right now, so I'm just gonna be solo casting. It's all good. This is what I've been preparing for my whole life. I'm gonna take away the spotlight, already doing the play-by-play from time to time, and then I'm gonna be doing both. So yeah, I'm gonna collect your paycheck as well. I don't mind getting paid double. I can hear you. I don't know if other... Yeah, I can still hear you. I don't know if other people can hear you. Shiro did pick up the Deso, so that's gonna be an easy tier 1 tower. And let's see if they decide to defend the tier 1 tower on the top lane, because they have Treant Protector, he does have ulti, living armor available. They even popped the glyph just to be able to delay them, and once again we see the issues that NGX.SEA lineup is facing. Like they can't go for the towers, they need to bring in the numbers. We can see almost a full squad here, and they want to take it by force.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so Slardar is gonna drop. They will trade the Slardar for tier 1 tower on the top lane. Once again, Mirana and Sanking playing together. Just it's so deadly because there is like no real save. Their best save is Nightmare, and it's very difficult to execute. Also, like they showed 4 people on the top lane, so EHOME once again staying a step ahead and going for the pickoff, trading the tower for a big kill, shutting down this Slardar. Slardar so far, I believe he only has 1 item, and that's a Blink Dagger, and Shiro, same as the previous game, he's pretty huge. He's pretty huge, and also I can still hear you, Fog, but I don't know if the others can. Level 17 Templar Assassin, 6 stacks on the Deso already. Next on the menu should be Roshan for EHOME, like try to get a pick off with Sanking Mirana. Also, it's very difficult for NGX.SEA to fight into Roshan pit because they do have like Sanking, there's gonna be traps, and also grouping around the area for Treant Protector to be able to land a big ulti, and the Mirana
Shadow
ulti, Moonlight Shadow.
Quick one shot onto EHOME, and they're even going for the next big one. The arrow connects. This Medusa's just dead.
This is Roche now. I believe
game, honestly.
I believe Templar Assassin picked up the shard for herself because I saw a glimpse of silence. Yeah, that's an early shard pickup. I like that quite a lot. Like pre-BKB, just to be able to cancel the Fiend's Grip in the backlines is like what they're most afraid of, and also being able to silence Ember Spirit pre-BKB or like post-BKB. I don't know if he has it. I think he needed to rush it, and now Templar Assassin with the Aegis. Yeah, this is pretty huge. This is actually a game, I would say.
I think it's pretty impossible to actually really recover at this point, because now it's like you're dealing with like almost like a tricore, and you don't have much of anything to deal with what they've got already, and your damage is completely relying on Medusa, it feels like, and they've already got like Wraith Pact, they've got so many things to stay on her and control her as well too. You've started to really run out of steam. Like Mizu's just free kills every time they find him.
Arrow will connect again. Echo has been very active on this, Sanking, pretty much having a perfect game, 6-2 and 11. Alacrity does have a BKB, he's gonna silence him. Like, so he needs to be very afraid of this. Sanking already TPing with the Boots of Travel. Ooh, misses the stun barely.
He's got the Illusion Rune, gets rid of that rune instantly. I mean, these Sankings, both games, right? Just perfect performance. And looking for more, EHOME. Get caught. Alacrity is sticking onto Shiro, but Zeal, he's onto In Your Dream. Alacrity continues to stick onto Shiro. We have the Soulbind onto 2. It's on the Treant. Stone Gaze does connect onto
the grip on both.
Instantly canceled. Zeal, he's on top of the case. Echo gets the Epi on top of In Your Dream. Zeal sticking on his target. Looks like a quick, easy finish up onto In Your Dream as Shiro respawns. And looking for more.
Bane will buy back. Ooh, that's not good. I wouldn't be surprised if they call it. I mean, they do have Medusa, but they just lost 2 gigantic fights, and playing into Templar Assassin, this is going to be a tier 2 tower. This is going to be maybe even set of barracks 50 seconds without Grimstroke. I like how Anti-Mage didn't hesitate to single, even for a second. He just blinked in and immediately goes on a Bane, uses ulti. He wants to save ulti for Medusa most of the time, but he understood, oh, it's a 2-man's Fiend's Grip, I better cancel it.
They're just, at this point, they're so far ahead. It's a lot easier for them to take any of these fights. But I mean, the reading of the map, I think for me, has been the biggest thing. EHOME, like just really identifying where the fights are going to happen. Like that bottom fight, right? They just
know
that these plays are happening, and they set up for it perfectly. And I mean, spellcasting is really on point. Like 4-man Root, Echo every single time getting the stun onto like pretty much every target it feels like he needs to, and just the little things like you mentioned, the Anti-Mage, Zeal.
You wanted to say Echo Slam, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, the movement from EHOME has been really top-notch so far. Just being able to, like, they never brought in extra heroes for the kills, and as you said, like spell usage, they're not using Epicenter when it's not needed. So all the time someone is farming, or if there's like a big team fight, like especially that one that you mentioned where like they brought 4 heroes and Templar Assassin was still farming. Look at the itemization on Alacrity. It's just a straight up BKB. Going for like plate mail. It's very difficult. I don't blame him. It's very difficult for him to itemize, especially in the situation they're in right now. So maybe he thinks, you know, amplify damage from Slardar is going to be enough for him to get some damage.
They're on Shiro, but who's on who? As Shiro just turns and quickly annihilates the Grim and the Bane onto Mizo as well. In Your Dream, trying to run away with the Stone Gaze. Out of mana. Will be able to reset himself away for a moment, but then the Mana Void comes in. Zeal finishes him off, and Mizu just buys back. And it looks like he will likely die as well from a couple more right clicks. He will, as Alacrity just walks away with his BKB. They only kill the Treant, and onto their tier 4s.
They're going for tier 4 towers, actually. I mean, when it's time to call it, it is time to call it, because they just don't have what it takes to win this one. Like, I think they didn't expect this Anti-Mage to be on the off lane. It has been done before. What do you call that? I mean, their organization did play it, and yeah, GG, well played is gonna come out from Mizu. EHOME, very, very surprised by how good they played. I thought this is gonna be a more even series. I wasn't following Chinese DPC as much. Mostly was following PSG LGD because of my sleep schedule and everything.